Whenever we've talked about Volvo, it's always been about its new cars. They're stunning, alright, and we've never doubted that. But we wanted to put on the brakes to the present and dive into nostalgia, the 60s to be precise. Because this decade saw the company bring in some great cars out on the road. And yes, we got a chance to drive them. There were 3 cars lined up. First among those was the PV444. Now the 444 was that car which propelled Volvo's dreams to export to other countries, and it was made here, right here in Sweden, and it's the earliest of them all. So you can see there's a lot of play in the steering already. It's not bad to drive at all. At a time when American cars were at the peak, Germans were already building a bit. This Swedish car manufacturer made things difficult for them. This one in particular, the exterior paint is as is, right from the 1960s. So that speaks about the quality. Now the car I drove clearly showcased the evolution of the brand. And yes, there were a few rough edges, but those were creased out with the coming of a sports car, which changed the fortunes of the company. It's an absolute legend, this thing, and because this model, the P1800, was actually driven by another model, a role model of sorts, Roger Moore. He drove it in a series that he did, and well, it was a runaway success after that. Otherwise, frankly, nobody would have cared about this Volvo. But look at it, it's streamlined, it's so beautiful looking, and yes, it takes some time to understand how Roger Moore folded himself into it, because I myself I'm finding it really cramped to get in and get out. Ingress and egress is an issue, but still, once behind the wheel, it's absolutely fabulous. 1.8 litre engine, 115 brake horsepower, and that smile. Oh, nothing comes closer to having fun. Nothing. Another car to be made in the 60s by Volvo was the 144 station wagon, and this is the 145. The 5-door station wagon was big on space, and the boot was big enough to swallow a couple of calves. The 144 not only signaled the introduction of a new numbering system for Volvo, but it continued with it in the 145 as well. In fact, it showed a new direction in terms of safety. It had disc brakes all around, a split steering column, and a new lock on the 3-point safety belts. The body had energy-absorbing crumple zones at the front and rear. Even the door locks had a safety design. The 145 also meant the introduction of a triangle split dual circuit brake system. The car had 2 brake circuits, and if one of them failed, 80% of the braking effect was still available. So safety was paramount, and it is now too. Looking back at the past has made us realize that the constant for Volvo has been safety, and its development still continues. The evolution of Volvo's cars and technologies is worth noticing, and yes, it's only getting better.